Human knowledge is doubling every 12 hours. Volume of knowledge is doubling every 12 hours. The doubling rate used to be 25 years in 1945. Speed with which technology is progressing is the driver, and this information was 3 years ago. Did you hear that though? It went from 25 years for you to double knowledge to 12 hours. Knowledge is definitely on the increase. Oh my goodness, y'all. Shalom, everyone. If you're new to my station, I am the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho, coming at you with some judgment news. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be on the increase. Starseed United, I hope you know that we have received some keys to opening up those books that were sealed. Oh my goodness, y'all. Knowledge is on the increase from doubling every 25 years to every 12 hours, and that was 3 years ago. Now can you understand these downloads that's coming from the 5D? Knowledge is on the increase in more than one way. I hardly ever come from the Torah, or any books, the Bible. I hardly ever do that unless Mother tells me to. Or the Apocrypha. Yeah, she leads me to information to understand what I have discovered on this mission. And I have receipts. So she don't just give me the knowledge. She gives me receipts. The kingdom have given me receipts. So now knowledge is on the increase. And that's why your heart has resonated on this strange and very magical journey. Yeah, this is another way that knowledge is increasing. Yeah, so some people get it and some people don't. That's not up to me at all. Yeah, but I am mandated in my position to speak the words that Mother gives me. Yeah. So now let's talk about this knowledge being on the increase, okay? Now the Atlanteans, you might have heard of them. They are real, and they've always been here. They didn't go extinct. They went over into Eden before it was taken into inner earth and covered with sand. They went over there and they went to inner earth too, and they continued their work. I have evidence of this, okay? And so I took some footage from an old video that I had of this technology. So, I'm just going to play the information again. I think I covered it thoroughly as far as the discovery. Yeah, but see, Mother leads me to these things, and this is unlocking the book of how we got all of us have a computer in our hand. That's what I'm saying. Like they try to say that the greenhouse gases is what's causing the earth to boil and all these unprecedented weather events. That's a lie. That's a lie. I have receipts of what I'm talking about. Gaia have withstood several resets. Yeah. And she's going to come out very beautiful in this next one because all of the magic is going to return to this dimension. That's going to be the new earth. Is going to be very magical, honey. The Most High God of Israel removed all of the magical things. He removed all of the technology while we went through this process. Yeah. So I have evidence. This when I'm going to show you, it's going to come from Google Earth, okay? Because I'm a discoverer. The Tibetan monks, they had knowledge. They had prophecies that was in some books that were kept hidden. Mr. Mythos, he discussed those videos. I showed the video if you're interested in finding out more about the Atlanteans. This is how Mother led me to the knowledge. It wasn't in the Torah that this technology was going to appear. Yeah, it was in some books that they kept real secret. And Mr. Mythos, yeah, he did his research, and that's how I understood what I have found. Yeah, so it's different ways Mother's giving me the understanding of what's going on here. So this is one of my great discoveries here, discovering the Atlantean technology. So I'm going to share that with you. And then I'm going to come back at the end. Yeah, but this is a shout out to the Atlanteans for continuing their work. Yeah, they're in alignment with the Messiah, the King and God of this earth. That's who they serve. That's who they pledge their allegiance to. And they have been working very hard over there in Eden, where we will return to. Yeah. So this is all a part of knowledge being on the increase. Yeah, for those who have an ear to hear, let them hear. Yeah, because see, the Most High God of Israel always had technology. I mean, the moon is technological. It's been a calendar that kept on schedule throughout the ages. It's programmed to do the same thing every month. And then here we have all of this Atlantean technology, which I don't know, but it's my guess that has a lot to do with time too. You know, that control mechanism. Yeah, so enjoy this magical show. This is Atlantean technology. Whatever you see, that is exactly what you see. You might see angels. You might see faces of giants, or you might see dragons. It's a lot going on here. Bullet trains, all kind of creatures underneath there. Yeah, and if you have to slow down the speed and turn down the volume. Yeah, because you will see some magical things on this journey. Receipts of the existence of the Atlanteans. And we give gratitude for all of their efforts serving in our magical kingdom. Abracadabra. Already been shadow banned. Now, evidently, they know that they better not take down any of my videos, so they just do what they can. Just let me know that I irritated the hell out of you white people. Yep. So, anyway, going back to my STARSEED United, I have discovered several massive lands where Atlantean technology has appeared. This area was in Algeria. Now it's all cloaked over. It's just a few little spots that I can go to in Algeria where I can find this Atlantean technology. Yeah, it's all been cloaked over. Okay, so what I'm showing you is layer upon layer down in inner earth, where there are electrical pathways made of bendable glass, and there are electrical trailways as well. Okay, so we're looking down into earth. You see all those layers? What I am showing you is humanly impossible. Number one, I mean, I have found trillions and trillions, probably Googleplexes, miles of fiber optics, layers and layers of it going down into Earth. Okay, so you're now looking into inner Earth, okay, because the Most High is giving us peeks in. Okay, so this is like super technology. You're gonna see some areas where these layers look like they would be all tangled up. It's so organized. And also you are going to see entities underneath there. Okay. Now there is a glass barrier. It's still a barrier. You know how I took you guys over to Table Mountain and we would go inside of the mountain and we'd be looking out a glass panel? Well, that glass is a barrier that separates the dimensions, along with the Most High having supernatural, super duper natural security system. That's why no one knows what's inside of Earth. The Most High is just giving us peeks into it. Okay, I told y'all we're going to inner Earth. Okay, so I've studied this area. I went to this area so much. It's so interesting. It's so magical. Yeah. First of all, I know very little about the Atlanteans, except for they are, they're way advanced in technology. They're like the technological elite in the kingdom. And so I know that they originated in the Americas. And then there was a great war. And then they were told to go to the lands of Eden. And we know Eden is in the motherland. And so now I have evidence of their technology and them being over in the motherland. This area is in Algeria. This technology that we know very little about. Yeah, you know how I knew, how I got the explanation of what I have found over here. You guys excuse me, I get so excited sometimes. So I found all of this technology. I see entities all underneath the technology. I see that it's going down into inner Earth. Yeah, but I didn't know what to call it. I heard of Atlantean technology. I knew they were advanced. So, yeah, I knew that part of it. But I was like, what is this? What is all of these lines down here? And that's what I'm telling you, Mother, the Ruach HaKodesh, she directs me to different knowledge so I understand what I'm seeing. And so I believe my friend told me to look at Mr. Mythos. He had found a Mr. Mythos video because I had been showing him this stuff. And I looked at that Mr. Mythos video on Agartha. And in that video, he had did such good research on it. And because of his research and what he was explaining on that video was exactly what I had discovered, which is receipts of the Atlanteans and their technology that he spells out in that video. So I recommend that if you all are interested in Agartha and the Atlanteans, watch that video and then come back and watch this video, because everything he's talking about in that video I have discovered. Yeah. Him and Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon did not have receipts of what she was saying, but she was bold and brave enough to tell it. She had an esoteric gift. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I like this Atlantean technology and the trailways and the vehicles. This is where my understanding, at least I saw this, but I couldn't explain it. I could not explain it until mother led me to these two people regarding the Atlantean technology. Okay, so I don't rely on 3D knowledge. Someone asked me about my research. Yeah, this is coming straight through from the 5D, this knowledge. Yeah, that has serviced the kingdom. So Mr. Mythos, he produced a video. He did excellent research on it. He went into some ancient knowledge and some hidden knowledge. Yeah, I'll say coming from the Tibetan monks, okay, because they have knowledge of some of these things in inner earth and what's going on. And you have to look at that video, because the explanation would be too long. Okay, so he came across this knowledge about the Atlanteans and Agartha, and that they had technology. They had electrical pathways made of bendable glass. Yeah. And so that's what you're looking at. Electrical pathways made of bendable glass. And then they have trailways that are all lit up too. They have vehicles on it. We're going to come across a couple of them. Yeah. And so when he said that, it was also said in that video, this was a prophecy, that at the time of the Great Reset, this technology would start appearing upon the earth. And I found it. We were at the time of the Great Reset. The Dolores Cannon talks about inner earth trailways, and they have the ability to go 3,000 miles per hour. Yeah. And so some of these vehicles, the little tic-tacs that you guys are starting to see on these videos, yeah, they always had the ability to cloak themselves, but now they're showing themselves. Those little tic-tac vehicles are what I believe are these bullet trains. They have the ability to fly as well. Yeah. They also talk about the flying vehicles, and I showed you in Table Mountain myriads of flying vehicles. You see, so I have the receipts on the things that I have been shown over here in the motherland that they talk about, but they didn't have receipts on it. Or it was written about. Well, I have the receipts for these things. The Atlanteans are real. And there are some other things that Dolores Cannon spoke of. That's how I got the understanding. I didn't read any books. Even though I found the Atlantean technology and all of this magic, I didn't read any books. No, our Holy Mother has guided me through this mission. And the discovery of these real anomalies that we just don't have any idea about. She guided me to the motherland where all of these anomalies are appearing. Okay, now this is humanly impossible what I'm showing you right here. First of all, humans don't have access to inner earth. That's number one. We do not have the human resources, the material resources to create all of these electrical pathways made of bendable glass and trailways. We don't have the machine capabilities to pull all of these fiber optics. Yeah, and trailways. Yeah, and then you see all the magic underneath. We don't have access into inner earth. Yeah, so this was created by the Atlanteans for sure. Okay, so this video was during the time where scientists said that the core of the earth was going to spin backwards. They know about this great reset, y'all. They know about this great reset. Yeah, so they said that the core of the earth was going to, had started spinning backwards. First of all, like I said, that technology that the Most High has, that super technology of the Atlanteans, keep them from really doing what's inside the earth, okay? So just look at this model right here. He's going to explain how they came up with this model.
Is at stake. Now, this report comes not from Hollywood. It comes from reputable scientists at Beijing University that analyze echoes. When an earthquake takes place, shock waves go reverberating around the inside of the earth. And by analyzing these echoes with computers, you can recreate a model of the inside of the earth.
So this was last year when they said that the core of the earth was going to start spinning backwards. Now he's telling you the sources where they got this model from some scientists, reputable scientists with some computers.
And sure enough, the core seems to be about to spin backwards.
Okay, but I read that this happens every 70 years, so we don't need to be alarmed?
That's right. The bad news is that we know very little about the core of the earth, very little about what's underneath our feet. The bad news is that we know very little about the core of the earth, very little about what's underneath our feet.
So this is where he's telling you. So he just made an explanation of how they came up with some kind of contraption to measure the earthquakes and the vibrations of the earthquakes to come up with some kind of model. And now he's telling you, we know very little about what's underneath our feet. They're talking about the core of the earth is going to start spinning backwards. Yet they know very little about what's underneath our feet. That is why I do not rely upon this 3D knowledge. Most of it is bullshit. On the news, they'll tell you something. They'll say, scientists believe. And just because they put scientists in front of it, people want to believe it. So now here I have hardcore evidence of Atlantean technology that's right underneath our feet. And all the other things that I have discovered in the motherland that's underneath our feet, that we were taught were myths or lore, are actually realities when the scientists, they have no idea of what's underneath our feet.
The good news is, probably there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, so now he's telling the world, the good news is there's probably nothing to worry about. There is a lot for people of Nineveh, especially, to worry about. Yes, these next level of judgments are going to come upon this earth. And you spies out there, y'all listening in, instead of you listening to the truth and repenting, you want to fight. Okay, so let's fight.
Don't need to be alarmed?
That's right. The bad news is that we know very little about the core of the earth, very little about what's underneath our feet. The good news is, probably there's nothing to worry about. In the sense that roughly every 7-8 years or so, we're not sure,
So the scientists don't know what's beneath our feet, but STARSEED United, we know, and here's some of it. Yeah, created by the Atlanteans. All that I'm showing you is humanly impossible. And we don't see signs of humanity in this area either. Places that may look like humans are involved. Maybe, maybe not. I doubt it very seriously. Yeah, because one of my followers mentioned that they came from Algeria and the military keep them away from certain areas. Yeah, these governments know all about these things. I'm not the only one that know of these things. Yeah. And so they know that there's some places that are prohibited by humans. Yeah, and they keep them out. And then some people have disappeared from these areas, going places where they didn't have any business. Yep. So this is my receipts that the Atlanteans are very much alive. They're not extinct. They went over into the motherland. They went to the lands of Eden and they continued their work. That this is humanly impossible. We don't have the technology nor the resources to pull these electrical pathways or to create these trailways made of bendable glass. All of it is lit up. We don't have the capabilities to do that. Neither do we have the access into inner earth. We're just getting peeks in to verify. So now we know that there's always been technology and that it was removed from this dimension. Archaeologists are digging up technology. Yeah, it's a lot of little artifacts of flying vehicles, hieroglyphics, flying vehicles. All these things were here. But when the Most High God of Israel designed this experiment to rid the universe of evil, he took all of this technology out. Yeah, out of this dimension. So, I have receipts. That's what's going on. Now, that wasn't written in the book of Revelation either. So, I have receipts of the Atlanteans. What can I say? Throughout the ages, they've given us technology. The little bit of technology that we have came from them. They came and gave downloads to these different inventors. Yeah, till we got to this point where all of us actually have a computer. We have knowledge in the palm of our hand. And that was 3 years ago. That it was only 12 hours to double your knowledge. I don't know what it is now, but I know it's coming in more than one way. Yes, all praises to the Most High. I love my job. Yes, I love my job. This is so incredible. Those things that the Most High God of Israel told Daniel, shut up the words. He was talking about this kind of thing. You know, these kind of things. Shut it up, seal it up. And then at the end, the knowledge will be on the increase. This is a knowing. You don't have to guess at it anymore. You know the Atlanteans exist. Yes, and angels too, and whatever else you saw on this magical journey. Yeah, so we dedicate this to the Atlanteans. Y'all see how hard they've been working? Very busy. All praises to the Most High. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. STARSEED United. Yeah, some of you are experts on this because you saw the Atlantean technology. I showed it on quite a few videos. Yeah, so you'll be able to teach your children and share these things. All praises to the Most High. That is what I have for you today. If you're new to my station and somehow you resonate with this strange video, feel free to subscribe. This is kind of a fun fact video with receipts. Usually, we're doing spiritual warfare. Yes, for our kingdom. And the Atlanteans are our allies. Yes, all praises to the Most High. So I'm going to end this one here. Goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in that magical holy palace with our Father, the Creator of all things, our Mother, YAHAWAH, the Holy Spirit, and our big brother, the Messiah, the King, and the God of this earth, Abracadabra. Thank you so much for watching and joining in the fight. Yes, we are more than conquerors. STARSEED United. Starseed United forever. Yes, thank you so much for your gifts of love and your support of this station. Yes, don't forget to put your abracadabras and 777 in that comment section and hit that like button. That's you confirming that you're joining with me in this magical fight. Yes, all praises to the Most High. Okay, you guys, until the next Judgment News, your big sister, the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose of Jericho out. Shalom.